What's going on, everybody? This is your WOF Outlook and discussion for Saturday, June 17th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, taking a look at the tropical Atlantic this morning. Here's the tropical wave that the National Hurricane Center has been monitoring, you guys. This wave is now up to a medium chance, 40% of developing within the next 48 hours, and it has a high chance, 70% of developing within the next 7 days, you guys. And as this system continues to move across the tropical Atlantic, here's a closer up look at it on visible satellite imagery. You can see it does have some type of spin here going on, but it's going to take a while for it to consolidate here as it continues to move to the west here, you guys. And the stronger this system can get itself going, the quicker this system can get itself going and the stronger it gets early on, the sooner it will probably find a weakness out in the middle of the Atlantic to turn up and north and out to sea. The longer it takes to get itself together and the weaker it stays, the further west it will go and could potentially threaten parts of the leeward and northeast Caribbean islands here within in about the next 7 days, you guys. So we will definitely be on the lookout for that. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe so the YouTube Nation can stay up to date and weather aware this hurricane season. As the National Hurricane Center pushes out their updates, I have them posted for you guys right here on my shorts and community section, right on the fly for you guys. All right, you guys are going to take another look, a different look at the tropical wave here, you guys. And this is with the visible and IR satellite imagery together, you guys. And as you can see, not much thunderstorm activity is with it. So it still remains fairly disorganized, you guys. So it does have a while before it does start to get itself together and go ahead and develop into a tropical storm. But more than likely, it will, you guys. Now, I'm going to put the best track on here, you guys. And as you can see here, since the National Hurricane Center has been tracking the invest, you can see it's basically been moving slowly west here at about 10, 15 miles per hour, you guys. And as we take a look at some of the forecast models to see just what the model plots are expecting with this system, and as you can see here, it's going to be a close call for parts of the Northeast Caribbean islands here. As I said, the stronger this system goes, the more likely it's going to make that turn to the north away from the islands. The weaker the storm stays, the longer it's going to take to possibly turn to the north and the more west is going to go. And as you can see, we do have some of these models here that does threaten the Northeast Caribbean islands, the Leeward Islands here, you guys. So we will definitely be on the lookout for that, you guys. Now, as we go on to courtesy of tropical tidbits here, let's take a look at the European model, you guys. This is the latest European here. And as we move the latest European on out, you guys, we're going to look here in the Central Atlantic, right where the mouse cursor is moving. I have it circling, you guys. And as you can see here, as this system continues to move and track off to the west and west northwest here, you guys. And as you can see, the European does not develop it quickly. The European basically has a tropical depression probably for a few days here before it really starts to ramp it up here, you guys. And as you can see, the system is generally under a dominant ridge of high pressure across the eastern Atlantic here, you guys. So that's why it can't turn north anytime soon, you guys. We have to wait till we get further out into parts of the central and western Atlantic before it has that opportunity if it does become strong enough and feels that weakness. And as you can see, the European starts to strengthen the system as it gets closer towards the islands here, you guys. And the European does have possibly a weak tropical storm here moving across the northeast Leeward Islands. The Leeward Islands here in the northeast Caribbean, you guys. And as we go out to 7 days, you can see the European ends the system just south of Puerto Rico here, you guys. So this is something we will definitely be keeping a lookout on and keep an update throughout the next few days here, you guys, as this is going to be a headline that we're going to be covering for quite some time, you guys. It's going to be some days, you guys. Now, I want to also take a look here. We're going to back the European up. I'm going to show you guys the 850 millibar low level vorticity here, you guys. This is in the lower levels where you can actually see how good that spin is going on in the lower levels. And as you can see, it's going to be a small system, you guys, according to the European. It's a small system here, but it's there nonetheless. And as you can see, it stays intact and together as it crosses the Northeast Caribbean islands. And even as it gets towards south of Puerto Rico, it does lose some definition, you guys, but the vorticity is still there. So as I said, it's going to be something we're going to continue to look out for. As we look at the shear maps from the European, you guys, this is the shear in the upper levels. As we continue this on out, I want to show you guys, if you're looking across the North Atlantic real quick, see these colors here? All these different colors, that's what you that indicates strong wind shear here, you guys. But when you have the whites, oh, not the sounding, you guys, I didn't want to put up the sounding, but when you have the whites and the light blues, you guys, that indicates light. Well, even the blue could indicate some shear, you guys, but really you want the white colors here, or extreme light blue, for a system to be able to thrive here as it traverses. And as you can see for June, this is a very not that bad of an environment here, you guys, for a developing system. You can see the shear is not going to really be too terribly bad at all as it traverses the central Atlantic here and head in towards parts of the Northeast Caribbean here, you guys. So as I said, this is going to be a very unusual event here to have this type of system here out in the middle of the Atlantic, especially if it becomes a strong tropical storm or even a hurricane. That would be very unusual, especially for the month of June here, you guys. Now we're going to take a quick look at the GFS see what it has to say for this system. And as you can see, the GFS is way much quicker in developing this system than the European, you guys. The GFS actually has a storm. I would say probably a tropical depression, possibly tropical storm as early as Sunday evening, you guys. So the GFS is much quicker. And watch this, you guys. Since the GFS is much quicker in developing this system, you can see we do going to possibly have a trough here out across parts of the Western Atlantic around Bermuda, you guys. And as you can see, a stronger system is more than likely going to fill that weakness that's going to be up here across parts of the North Central Atlantic, you guys. And as you can see, as potentially Brett continues to intensify, you guys, it gets pulled up into that weakness here across the Atlantic. But as that weakness leaves out, you can see the system basically moves due north until the next final push of another trough comes and sends the system on out here, you guys, around the Atlantic Ridge. So I know I went way past the 7 days, you guys, on the GFS, but I just wanted to show you all real quick how it showed the system going and turning up, you guys. But really, we only going to go out as far as 7 days, since that's about the National Hurricane Center go out as far as 7 days for their outlook. So we're going to keep it with the National Hurricane Center, you guys. But yes, this will be definitely a system that we will be on the lookout for, you guys. Now, as we go back to tropical tibbets here, and I say tropical tibbets, you guys, it's early in the morning. I just woke up not too long ago, you guys. As we go back to WSV3 here, you guys, and this is another look here at the Invest here, which is now Invest 92L, you guys. And we will be on the lookout for this system. As we look across parts of the other parts of the tropical Atlantic, you can see here the Caribbean is fairly quiet. We do have a blow up, a disturbance here across parts of the extreme southwest Caribbean here, you guys, but I'm not expecting any type of development there with this system at the moment here, you guys. And look up across parts of the Western Atlantic, just off of the Northeast coast here, you guys, Northeast New England coast. We have a low pressure spinning here that's going to be funneling in showers and thunderstorms across parts of the Northeast today, but no development is expected with that system as well. The Gulf of Mexico, you guys, is fairly quiet. We're not expecting no development there. And also, you guys, we still have our Eastern Pacific system, which has, I believe, a 20% chance of development within the next 48 hours and a 30% chance within the next 7 days, you guys. We will continue to look out for this Eastern Pacific system, but it doesn't look like it's going to really be doing too much anytime soon, you guys. And as I was saying the other day, I am very surprised that the Eastern Pacific has been very quiet, this quiet so far this year, which lets me know, I just hope that that doesn't mean we're going to have an extremely busy Atlantic hurricane season. But you guys, we just going to take this day by day and watch this as it all materializes, you guys. Now, as we head towards the lower 48 here, we do going to have yet again, you guys, an active destructive weekend of severe weather. And as I already showed you guys, we have the system spinning up across the off the northeast coast here, you guys. We also have another system spinning up around Nebraska, parts of northeast Colorado and Kansas here. That's going to be the catalyst for this severe weather across parts of the southern and central plains, you guys. And we also have another system coming in across parts of the Pacific Northwest, you guys, which could bring some rain to parts of Idaho and Montana, you guys. So as we pause this and get to the convective outlook, you guys, right, let's get the surface plots all. All right, you guys, and as you can see here, we have a fairly wide area of severe weather, widespread area of severe weather today, you guys. We do have that enhanced risk here across parts of extreme southeast Colorado, extending into parts of Oklahoma and southern Kansas here, you guys. Oklahoma City, even Fort Smith, Arkansas, you guys. Extreme northwest Arkansas is also under this enhanced risk. Rogers here, Liberal, Kansas, you guys. All these areas will be on the lookout for an enhanced risk. That slight risk does include Garden City, Kansas, on over to Springfield, Missouri, Dallas, Killeen, Jackson, Mississippi, Ocean Springs, Mobile, Pensacola, Destin, Jacksonville, Tampa, even almost as down towards Miami, you guys. We have a slight risk of severe weather forecasted. Denver, New Orleans, even as far north as Kansas City, getting into parts of Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska, and even Iowa, you guys, will have a marginal risk of severe weather. Let's check the probability to see just what these storms are going to be up to today, you guys. And we do have a 2% chance along the Gulf Coast for a few tornadoes to possibly spin up here, you guys. But look here across parts of Oklahoma, parts of northern Oklahoma here in southern Kansas have a 5% chance of a few tornadoes spinning up and a 2% chance encompassing the outer edge of that. So we will definitely be on the lookout for some tornadoes, you guys. Hell, we do have a 30% chance of hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter across parts of Oklahoma and south and southern Kansas across that enhanced risk. That slight risk has the 15% chance of that hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter, you guys. So this will be a wide area today for hail damage, you guys. Even for wind, you guys. Look at this 30% chance for those winds pushing 50 to 60, gusting to 70 across that enhanced risk. A 15% chance of those winds, 50 to 60, gusting to 70 across the slight risk, you guys. No significant tornadoes is expected. That's good news. We have 3 areas of significant hatched areas for hail, you guys. First area is across the enhanced risk. Hail could be pushing 2 to 3 inches plus in diameter. We also have another area across parts of west central Texas here, you guys, to the west of Dallas. And we also across parts of extreme southeast coastal Mississippi waters extending to the central panhandle of Florida. This does include the Ocean Springs area. Could see hail pushing 2 to 3+ inches in diameter today. We'll definitely have to be on the lookout for that damaging hail. We do have a big wide area of significant wind damage possibly here across from southeast Colorado across all of Oklahoma, getting into parts of north and northeast Texas, which does include Dallas, Wichita Falls here, you guys. So this is going to be another active day of severe weather, everyone. So please be sure that you're subscribed here at your Weather on the Fly as I push those updates out from the Storm Prediction Center. Y'all will have them here. I will have them here right for you guys on the fly. Now, as we take a look at the HRRR to see just how these storms are going to materialize throughout the next 48 hours here. Starting at about noon hour to 12 o'clock Central Daylight Time, you guys, you can see we're going to have the showers and thunderstorms up across parts of the Northeast here with that low spinning off the coastline there. We will have some showers and thunderstorms across parts of the Central Florida Peninsula here, possibly popping up here as early as 12 o'clock. And even some showers starting to pop and form here across South Central Mississippi and Alabama, you guys. As we move on to about 5 o'clock, you guys, 5 in the afternoon, you can see here across parts of eastern Colorado, some heavy showers and thunderstorms are starting to develop. All hazards will be possible. We have another cluster here across parts of northeast Nebraska and northwest Iowa here that we have to watch out for some heavy showers and thunderstorms. Isolated hail and damaging winds could be a threat with those storms near Omaha. And look here across parts of west central Texas here. These cells are starting to fire off. All hazards will be possible. Look at the increase in intensity and coverage here across the Florida Panhandle and around the Mobile area as well, you guys. We'll definitely be on the lookout for some heavy showers and thunderstorms. If you're along the beaches here, you guys, across Florida, be on the lookout for these heavy storms as we head into the afternoon. We head to about 9, 10, 11 in the evening, you guys, as we're heading towards the overnight hours. You can see here, look at the heavy showers and thunderstorms that move from off the Florida's panhandle out into the Northeast Gulf and now starting to affect parts of the Tampa Bay area, you guys. And look here, even across Miami, as we head into the overnight hours, could have some heavy showers and thunderstorms, you guys. Look at this cluster of storms that's going to be coming down towards the Oklahoma City area during the overnight hours, you guys. This is going to have the potential to be producing all hazards, even some overnight tornadoes. We have to definitely be on the lookout. As we go from the late afternoon into the evening hours, we're going to have a cluster of showers that move through the Dallas area, you guys, that could have the potential to produce all hazards, you guys. Even up across parts of the Kansas City, Missouri area, on up into parts of central Iowa, southern Minnesota, you guys. Showers and thunderstorms will be ongoing as we head into the overnight hours. We head towards convective outlook day 2, and you can see yet again we have another enhanced risk. The Storm Prediction Center has another enhanced risk that does include Jackson, Mississippi, Ocean Springs, Mobile, you guys, Little Rock, Arkansas, Shreveport, Monroe. The slight risk does include Pensacola, Memphis. New Orleans is under the marginal risk, you guys. So as I said, we're going to have a very busy weekend of severe weather. This is for Sunday, you guys. Let's check the probability of these storms here. Tornadoes, we have a 2% chance of a couple tornadoes spinning up here across parts of eastern Louisiana, getting into parts of southeastern Arkansas, just about much of Mississippi, and into parts of Alabama here, the extreme western and southwest corner of Alabama here, you guys. Could see some tornadoes. Hail, we do have a 15% chance of that hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter across parts of the lower Mississippi Valley for Sunday, you guys. And wind, we have a 30% chance of those winds pushing 50 to 60, gusting to 70 here, you guys, across the enhanced risk, and a 15% chance across the slight risk of those winds pushing 50 to 60, gusting to 70. No significant tornadoes. We do have a significant hatched area for hail, you guys, which does include extreme northeast Texas, the Arklatex region, extending on across north central Louisiana, even getting on down to parts of the North Shore, the northern parishes across Lake Pontchartrain here, you guys. We'll definitely be on the lookout for that hail pushing 2 to 3+ inches in diameter, you guys. Even across parts of south central Mississippi, Jackson. You have to definitely be on the lookout. No significant wind. That is great news, you guys. So as we continue to HRRR out, this will be for 7 a.m. Sunday morning. You can see here, it looks like we're going to have a low pressure system across parts of eastern Kansas here, which could be spinning up some heavy showers, possibly some rumbles of thunder for Kansas City. But as we get further south here across Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, these cells really start to fire off here as we get towards the morning hours on Sunday, you guys, and even across parts of the southern Florida peninsula here, do have some heavy showers and thunderstorms. We go to about the noon hour, 12, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Look at how these cells going to be moving southeastward here, the same pattern that they've been going through the last few days here across parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, on down into Alabama. Heavy rain across parts of southern Missouri, you guys. We head on to about 6, 7 in the late afternoon, heading into the evening hours, you guys. Look at these cells here that's going to start to pop across parts of north central Louisiana, south of the Jackson area, heading towards the Mississippi Gulf Coast. These cells will have the potential to also, besides hail and damaging winds, we do have to be on the lookout for a few tornado quick spin ups here that could possibly happen with these cells as we head towards midnight, you guys. Let's see, you can see, look at the increase in showers and thunderstorms here across parts of north central Alabama around the Montgomery area, Birmingham, Huntsville, just to the north of Jackson. Heavy showers are going to be ongoing during the overnight hours, Sunday heading into Monday. Even across Alexandria, Louisiana, you guys, it's going to be rumbling. As we head as far as the HRRR will take us out, you guys, this is early Monday morning, which does segue us to convective outlook day 3. And you guys, the Storm Prediction Center, as of right now, we do have a marginal risk for yet again the lower Mississippi Valley and Gulf Coast, which does yet again include New Orleans, Jackson, Ocean Springs, the Atlanta area, you guys, Pensacola, Destin, Tallahassee. We'll all be on the We'll all have the potential for some severe weather come Monday, you guys. Now, let's see if we have a day 4 outlook so far. No day 4. So, as far as the remainder of this weekend go and into Monday, you guys, we will definitely be on the lookout for this severe weather. We'll also be keeping up on the tropics here, as we will more than likely have Tropical Storm Brett here. We'll more than likely be tracking Tropical Storm Brett here across the central Atlantic, you guys, as we head on in towards the middle to end part of next week. And we will definitely be keeping a close eye here on parts of the Northeast Caribbean islands by the time we get towards next weekend for this system, you guys. And before I go, I want to put the satellite imagery of this system up one more time, you guys, for you all, so we can see it before we go. All right, you guys, and here go Invest 92L as it continues to make its way on towards the west across the east central Atlantic here, you guys. That's going to be it for this one. Everyone be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.